Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets Extended. This is Guys 115 speaking, and happy December the 12th everyone. I know, doesn't particularly look like December yet, but that's where the extended mod will come in later. So first and foremost, you know the drill by now. We are about to learn our third spell, so we are going to attend the lesson, earn house points for completing all 3 courses, then we are going to run the challenge, 100% it, find everything, and then we are going to speedrun it for those delicious extra house points. Now, something I briefly talked about yesterday is if you try to go left or right to pick up either of those beams, Harry's going to get sucked into the lesson. But why don't I show you?
Welcome to second year Herbology, everyone. And for those of you who have forgotten, I am Professor Sprout. Let's dig right in, shall we? Today I'll teach you Diffindo, the severing charm. Harry Potter, would you like to plant your feet in front of class and be the first to learn the spell?
I'd be glad to, Professor Sprout. Taking a leaf from Hermione's book, aren't you?
Well, of course, since she's not here, someone has to.
Now, Mr. Potter, please fix your gaze on the symbol in front of you. See the pointer? It's about to move its way around the shape. When the pointer passes directly over the arrow, press the corresponding arrow key. This exercise is in 3 parts. In each part, you must be accurate in order to progress. Ready to try? Round 1, go.
And just like before, let's try not fumble things up like we did during the Scourge spell, although I swear it was due to no fault of my own. But if you fail, you'll just repeat until you make it.
Well done, Harry. You've moved on to the next level of the lesson. 5 points to Gryffindor. Round 2, go.
You can never ever earn any less than 30 points for this.
Well done, Harry. You've moved on to the next level of the lesson. 10 points to Gryffindor. Round 3, go.
Oh, looks like they're serious now. Let's see.
Well done. You've completed all of the exercises in top form. 15 points to Gryffindor. You have learnt Diffindo, Harry. We've planted a seed of greatness here today. Now let's move on to the Diffindo challenge. Welcome, Harry Potter, to my Diffindo challenge. To complete the challenge, you must find the completion star, which can be found in a hallway just above you. Try to get to it as quickly as you can. If the challenge timer reaches 0 before you have the completion star, you lose the challenge. Along the way, you will find challenge stars. Collecting challenge stars will boost your timer and score. I highly recommend you try to find all of them. Try to get the completion star with as many seconds remaining as possible. The higher your score is when you complete the challenge, the more house points I will award you. Some vines and plant growth can cover doorways and openings. You can use Diffindo to cut through them and clear your path.
Now let's put what Professor Sprout says to the test. And just like before, the first time you're thrown here as part of the story, you cannot exit. Only upon repeat playthroughs. By the way, guys, you heard me say this many times in Tomb Raiders, but I love when levels loop in on themselves. The fact that it's so close is truly remarkable. I would love to see this level, broken down from a level editor, free camera movement kind of view. And this is what we can now do. You've seen all these brambles all over Hogwarts grounds. So those are obstacles we'll be removing in tomorrow's episode. For now, just to get a sense of the scope of this level, we are gonna get our hands on 14 challenge stars, plus the final one, and 12 secrets. If you're playing the retail version, you only see here the number 11, because there's a 12th secret that has been added to the game via the extended mod. Now, I have no idea if this is cut content, or if it's maybe the author took some degree of freedom with it and thought, oh, this would be a good place for a secret, but it is there, and I'm gonna highlight which one it is when we reach it. So, a lot to keep in mind for me. So let's get the pot, the most underwhelming chest with 2 beans, a cauldron, and a first secret. There's gonna be another wall like this with a flower, which we'll be able to open up with the Lahamora, okay? So let's just keep those in mind. And I think overall we are gonna get our hands on 6 different wizard cards. We'll see. Oh, how lucky he was already here. So we'll be using Brembo to reveal switches. As you can already tell, we'll need to do this twice, also on the other side of the atrium. First of all, let's keep these in mind, because 4 of these Flipendo switches reveal yet another secret, which is truly wonderful. Now, in the retail version, this is the first time you encounter these, but these kettles will always give you 3 and 3 beans, okay? But we already seen them as part of Professor Lockhart's first challenge. Anywho, first card, let's see it. 70 Leopoldina Smethwick, 1829 to 1910. First British witch to referee a Quidditch match. Huh, in the wizarding world I would expect a bit earlier to be on equal grounds like that, but oh well, everything in due time, I guess. So, let's remove both of these brambles. And you can absolutely play a Matador and use the fact that the snails will speed up when trying to hit you to your advantage, so they'll move closer to their button or switch or however you want to call it. By the way, we'll pass by this atrium later on in the level. This is such a phenomenal level design.
Diffindo can also cut ropes that will release objects.
Oh yeah, this is a restored line via the extended mod. Was not there in the retail version. Now, an unnecessary cutscene, but my biggest...
Mushrooms can give off a cloud of poisonous gas, Harry. Avoid them, or use Diffindo to cut their stems.
I was about to say my biggest point of anxiety.
From its stem, you can pick it up and throw it.
Professor Sprout, will you let me speak, please? I was about to say this is my biggest point of anxiety, because the gnomes might get stuck like this guy did. You might not be able to pick them up, and you will miss out on the gnome eating up all the Horcrumps. Now, every Horcrump, if eaten by a gnome, will give you somewhere between 1 and 2 beans. What makes this scarier is that there is a pit on that side, and the beans can easily fall into it, okay? This side is at least safe, because this is a pit you can get into. Although, let's practice for the other side, I guess. Okay, now let's be careful, but also don't get too close so you don't get touched by the... Oh my god, poisonous gas. Ah! Okay, that one all made it to the pit. Oh, thank you for your cooperation. So this time we were lucky. If the gnome gets stuck in a particular way, that's it. You won't be able to turn those Horcrumps into beans. Like Professor Sprout said, your only option will be to cast Diffindo to cut them from their stems, and you'll be able to pick up their heads to throw at other Horcrumps. Or maybe even, well, good old Peeves over here. Actually, I tested it. If you throw a Horcrump at Peeves, it will do absolutely nothing, which makes sense. He's a... well, not a ghost, but a poltergeist. Whatever that means in this universe. Now, there are 2 ropes here, but you also essentially only need to cut this one, stay here, and it will take you all the way up where you need to, right? So it's a bit of a time saver we can keep in mind for our speedrun. Our second run, essentially. Okay, and that's essentially it. So, really, I don't like Horcrumps as a completionist, because each time a gnome will eat them, it's a variable already. We don't know if it's gonna be 1 or 2 beans. Plus, the gnomes may get stuck and you will get none of them. By the way, in the retail version, this chest should give you... I can't remember if it was a bronze or a silver card, but... Melvin the Malicious or something like that? And the card will be available in the secret later on that the extended mod has restored. But in the retail version, you will already get it in this here chapel, okay? Oh, there's a mucus. Would have almost forgotten about it. Let's see if we can get behind the chest. Oh, thank God, I wasn't sure for a while. Okay, you know the drill by now. Thank you for that incredibly helpful cutscene game. Now, I think pots like these we are definitely seeing for the first time, right? We haven't seen those in the library or Professor Lockhart's first challenge. I think it was just the kettles, the tea kettles.
Spiky, prickly plants. Shoot their spikes when you get too close. Avoid them, or use Diffindo to cut their stems.
And you can use this large Flipendo block as a nice piece of cover. But yeah, so in the first game they were called spiky bushes, and now they're called Spiky, prickly plants. That doesn't seem to be any consistency whatsoever. I find both names to be highly unscientific. Ooh, no going back now. So ominous. Now, if you use this hole to fall down, not only will you not take damage, but you might heal up on the chocolate frog here. How awesome is that? So, let us keep going. Ooh, that was quite the bang. All 4 beans at the same time. Now, that is a rare suit of armor. By the way, I loved that in the first game they were turning their heads automatically. In Chamber of Secrets, they're just static, which is a bummer.
Diffindo can be used to cut other things too, Harry. Try it on that spider web.
Alright then. Oh, let's use the momentum. Woo! Love doing that so much. Okay, this one is not Alohomarable, okay? There's a more elaborate mechanism involving a flipendo block to open it. There it is. We'll need to push it here from the other side. Now this is really cool because we are gonna get our hands on stars in very quick succession. So let's go up the stairway over here, because we cannot cross that pit yet, but you can absolutely cast Diffindo to lower this block, but please only do that once you access the secret with a star. And of course, we need to keep every star placement in mind for the speedrun, okay? And there we go. Let's see it. Uric the Oddball. Medieval dates unknown, highly eccentric wizard who is famed, among other things, for wearing a jellyfish for a hat. Now this guy was also referenced in Hogsmeade in Hogwarts Legacy via complete background conversation that just put one huge smile on my face. And now we need to go all the way back to push the flipendo block in, but I like a bit of backtracking when it comes to my classic Harry Potter secrets, you know? Thankfully, you don't have to do this for the speedrun, because it contains no star. But a simple Alohomora will unfortunately not do the trick. You have to do this. Let's see the reward. Derwent Shimpling. 1912 to present. Ate an entire venomous tentacula for a bet and survived, though is still purple. And I love the purple background. If you remember, he was featured in one of my favorite secrets in the Philosopher's Stone game, in a room with a chest with, I think, 8 beans, and all of them were blue to reference his purple skin. It was awesome. A secret to which we will get another callback later on in this game. You'll see. I can't wait. Anywho, let's move on. Oh, this is nasty. I always don't like rooms when there are crabs you cannot really get rid of. But let's not talk about hygiene problems. Let's make some progress. Okay. And now I recommend you get on this block first before casting Diffindo. Otherwise you'll have to make a drop which could result in health loss. But if you're already on the block, you'll fine and immune to any damage. Now this tests your jumping and casting skills. I like that a lot. Yeah, those platforms will retract, essentially. And now, let's make a... Oh, jump. Because I didn't want to destroy the Horcrux. Okay, if at least one gnome is not stuck this time, I am happy. Okay, we have 2 of them. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna need one of you guys to get to that side, if you're at all able to. Unless it's... Yeah, it seems to be too far for them to realize that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna throw you there. And I'm gonna throw you there. I hope that's close enough. And you are stuck, so... Ooh, nice. And then I'm gonna throw him to the 3rd hole. Now, there's no mechanism you're gonna trigger via, you know, filling up all 3 of these gnome holes with actual gnomes. Well, that's just a sense of symmetry I get from that. Oh, that's a big Horcrux. Only 1 bean. Yeah. There are really only a few situations in the game where there are Horcruxs, but no gnomes to eat them. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
That is a venomous tentacula. Don't let them get near you. Their bite is very nasty. Diffindo can be used to both stun the creature and sever its arms.
Right, so this is actually really neat, because you have the option to, in a sense, permanently disable a venomous tentacula by severing, well, Professor Sprout called it arms, which I guess is accurate, but I see it as heads. Or you can just hit the middle with the Diffindo and stun him for roughly somewhere between 3 and 5 seconds, allowing you to run past safely, which is invaluable for those speedruns, right? So you have a safer, more slow, methodical, permanent method, or you can just stun him and then run past. By the way, don't even touch those heads during the stun animation, they will bite you. Oh my god, that was just 3 seconds. My goodness, they are more dangerous than I remember. Anywho. So let's just keep the stunning in mind for the speedrun, but now we can take our time with not doing that and disabling them permanently. Whoa, whoa.
Bowtruckles are tree spirits that guard wiggin trees. Cast Diffindo on them to make them disappear.
Okay, we're gonna do that as soon as possible, and I'm also gonna give you an introduction from the Prisoner of Azkaban folio Magi. But I wanted to avoid them for now and get to this secret. It contains a star, so a secret we absolutely need to keep in mind. This is Blenheim Stalk, 1912 to present, non-magical expert and author of many books including Non-Magical Who Notice, a study of non-magical awareness of magic. I guess Percy, sorry, not Percy, what's Ron's father's name? Arthur Weasley, yeah, is a big fan of Blenheim Stalk, I imagine. Okay, now let's go down. Safely, pretty please. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah! Okay, so, Bowtruckles, guys, let me introduce you.
Bowtruckle. A tree guardian, adept at dodging most kinds of charms. May attempt to gouge out your eyes if you approach its tree home in a threatening manner.
Alright, let's not get close. I don't want our eyes to get gouged out. Although I guess Harry's glasses would protect him. But they throw Wigan Tree bark at you, and if you cast Diffindo at them to... sorry, how did Professor Sprout say? To make them disappear? They will leave a Wigan Tree bark behind, but do not mistake it for the actual projectile. If you hit them whilst the original projectile is still in midair, you can easily confuse it for the pick-upable one, and rather than pick up an ingredient, get hit. Okay, that happens to me sometimes. By the way, yeah, this is the rope I intentionally left out so that we can access the secret. Something to keep in mind for the speedrun as well, but now, just to feed my obsessive compulsiveness, I'm gonna cut it. Okay, and by the way, this is what I talked about earlier. You can absolutely get an infinite number of Wigan Tree barks, because each time you will rerun the Diffindo spell challenge, these guys will be here. Oh god damn it, I really wanted to avoid getting hit. Anywho, worth it for the 2 Wigan Tree barks. But yeah, when I'll be doing a speedrun of the Diffindo challenge, I'll be focused on the best time ever. I'm not gonna, you know, recollect the Wigan Tree barks. I also want to have a bit of balance and not get any duplicate ingredients. But you can absolutely take advantage of that fact. Now that snail is far. Can you make it to the step? Oh, nice! So let's use you instead. Okay, part of the mechanism unlocked. No, there's no real cover. But, something I taught you back in Philosopher's Stone, you can either just keep distance or jump, and the spikes will never ever hit you. By the way, very easy to miss Jar with flammable mucus over here. And there we go, inside what appears to be another chapel of sorts. Now, the way you can access this secret is like this, from the railing, or casting Lumos at the gargoyle over here will give you a small step, which is cute. And this was also restored via the extended mod. It was not the case in the retail version. Okay. Ha! Ambushed from behind. Nice. Now, spider alert. Still the relatively small ones. Let's crush all of them. Ugh. Disgusting. And by the way, another addition made via the extended mod. Openable wall here with a Lumos statue. And you don't need this Lumos statue, you can still use the one with the chapel, and if you hurry up, you can make it to a new secret that's part of the mod. And that's the wall over here. And this is where the card we would normally find in the original chapel has been put here. With ingredients! How awesome is that? Okay, so let me read it out for you. Mervyn the Malicious, medieval dates unknown, credited with the invention of many unpleasant jinxes and hexes. I would love it if they would add just a single example, you know what I mean? Anywho, must have been a very nice fella. Okay, we healed up, I think, most of the, or all of the damage from the vegan tree bark we got hit with. It's interesting just how different the bow truckles look from Fantastic Beasts movie. We can use them as a lockpick almost. Okay, this should be a familiar one. Eladora Kettridge, 1656 to 1729, witch who discovered the use of gillyweed when she nearly suffocated after eating it and recovered only when she stuck her head into a bucket of water. This is what we found in the dungeons in the Philosopher's Stone, Eladora Kettridge. The game was from 2001, and I believe Goblet of Fire book came a year earlier, 2000, hence gillyweed already existed. Now this room, or atrium, is a perfect example of us being able to take our sweet time with everything. So let's permanently disable the Venomous Tentacular. By the way, that doesn't make these safe to touch, okay? Do not touch them under any circumstances. But during our speedrun, we'll treat this room very, very differently. Oh, another secret! Oh, I want to crush them all before I escape. Quick, quick, quick! Ah! That one almost made it. Okay, good. All spiders are dead. We can all breathe easily. Let's see it. Plethora of cards here. So Lord Stoddard Withers, 1672 to 1769, breeder of flying horses. Is there a difference between a flying horse and a Pegasus? I guess not. Oh, by the way, this is a completely new jar of flabberworm mucus added via the extended mod to make up for the vegan tree bark surplus. Okay, more spiders to crush. Ugh. I would like to corner them just like the chocolate frogs. Okay, we're done, good. Okay, and we are approaching the finale. Above here should be a particularly familiar looking courtyard. But we will reveal a path through it. Remember? This is where we hit those 4 flipendo switches for a secret down there, and that's why there is a ledge over here so you can climb back up should you fall, so we don't have to repeat the entire level. Okay? Pretty cool. Alright, Snail, you know what to do with it. Not very fast, are you? Let's just flipendo the bastard. Okay. And over here, something very interesting, but first, let's summon 3 more snails. Okay. And the path out is clear, but that's not what I'm interested in. What I am truly interested in is flipendoing this bastard next to the wall, because there's another snail switch. And whilst in the retail version of the game, this will already count as a secret, in the extended mod, you need to do this, which is fair, because this is the true secret, containing a silver wizard card with someone horribly evil. Let's hear it from Stephen, the man himself.
Thaddeus Thurkel, 1632 to 1692. Famous for producing 7 squib sons and turning them all into hedgehogs in disgust.
So a squib, in case you don't know, is a child born to magical parents who has no magical talents whatsoever. So when wizards produce a muggle offspring, essentially. And this guy wanted a magical child so badly, he turned his 7 sons into hedgehogs. I honestly hope they got some help and were turned back. As cute as it is being a hedgehog, imagine that actually happening permanently. Oh, let's make sure none of the beans fly to the final star. We'll cut the challenge short, because I still want to pick up the jar with flabberworm mucus. And guys, this is what I talked about. You are now at 6 vegan tree barks and 6 flabberworm mucuses. This is what the extended mod pulls off so elegantly. You always have the balance. And if you have a matching number, you either missed the same amount of each, or you know you found all of them, okay? In this case, I believe we found all 6 of each. So this is awesome. I think in the retail version of the game you would have, I think, 6 vegan tree barks and 4 flabberworm mucuses or something like that. And plus each time you rerun the Diffindo challenge, you can get, I think, 4 more vegan tree barks. But talking about rerunning the Diffindo challenge, let's first wrap it up here.
Done, Mr. Potter. You have completed my Diffindo challenge. The remaining time now becomes your personal high score.
Ooh, what a lovely round number. But now for the truly challenging part. Now we are 370 house points over Slytherin. We want more than that, of course. And now we can check the time requirements. So 3,927. Guys, this is in my opinion the most difficult speedrun to pull off. It's a ridiculously strict requirement and something I struggled with quite a lot when I was younger. Let's see if my wizarding skills have improved. And by the way, you can re-enter the challenge via simply using Diffindo to remove the bramble.
That's the way to the Diffindo challenge.
Exactly.
Welcome back, Harry Potter. If you manage to beat your high score, I will award you more house points. Good luck with the challenge. Ready to begin? Good luck. Ready, set, go!
Now 14 stars is a lot to keep in mind, and especially trying to memorize which secrets are the ones you need to get, okay? But I'm gonna do my absolute best to guide you through this. Okay, so we were a bit unlucky this time. The snail was quite away from its mark, but let's see. Oh, by the way, these are absolutely skippable. Actually, that's even recommended, because at least this guy will have less time to get away from where he needs to be. And remember, it's 2 brambles there, so we can do a Diffindo Flipendo alternation. Alright. And now, again, in these speedruns, I like to avoid the save game books for whatever reason. Completely ignore the Horcrux. The gnome is stuck anyway inside the hole, so nothing we would achieve there. But yes, you can absolutely, under normal circumstances, in each rerun, let the gnomes eat the Horcrux all over again and generate virtually infinite number of beans, but a much better method is of course via the wizard dueling. Ooh, barely jumped over that slime, didn't notice it there. Oh, really? Okay. Come on, hurry. No need to stare at it. It's open. My goodness gracious. You're very slow. Okay. I could have done that better, but hey. What matters is we did not get hit. So now we just need to cast at the rope. Wait, if we could pull that off... God damn it. I was really getting cocky and I thought I could pull that off. That would be such a time saver. Okay, this is gonna make the challenge a bit more difficult, because I wasted roughly 5 seconds. It'd be so cool to be able to do it from the bottom. But guys, you know what? Feel free to give it a go. If you manage to pull it off, let us know in the comments and... Well, you're not gonna get any impressive award from me, you're gonna get a little heart, but still. Okay. Onwards and onwards. Okay, and this is gonna be 3 stars clustered closely next to one another. So satisfying. Okay, up we go. I mean, this Lumos is not mandatory, but going up here absolutely is. And of course, before we cut the rope, I know we're in a rush, but we need to be disciplined. Let's just pick up this star. And then all we gotta do is pick up this one. We don't need to explore the secret to our right. Okay. And on we go. And this is gonna be a cutscene, you know, where we cut the rope and the block will fall down and crush the floor underneath it. Do not skip this one, okay? Because otherwise the clock will be ticking and you'll need to actually lose a few seconds waiting for the animation to happen. This way, we haven't lost anything. Perfect. No, I'm still not saving. I'm gonna do it like a professional. Let's cut that one and... Whoa! Oh, I don't know how we did not get a hit, but I'm happy we didn't. Ah! Let's ignore it. And see, let's just stun him. And not worry about severing their heads. Perfect. But let's also not touch them during that stun animation. I made that mistake, and Harry somehow managed to get a hit. Now, bow trackles. Again, you can absolutely destroy them for those Wigan tree barks, but that's not what I'm here for. We already know there's an infinite number of them you can get. And also infinite number of flubberworm mucuses, because you can get an infinite number of beans. You know, the consequences of this chain of events are massive. We just need to remember to pick up the star on this balcony over here. Okay, and we essentially have the same amount of time we finished the challenge with when we 100%'d it. We only need to cut one, or even none, to be honest, but I wanted to. Oh, come on, that's not fair. You don't hit a wizard with a Wigan Tree bug whilst he's climbing. My goodness. No, no, no. Stay right there. Don't go away. Ooh, we triggered it during cutscene. Saved ourselves a bit of harm. Very nice. Okay. And we can probably get him on top of the bramble and then... Nice. So you can park them on the bramble and then remove it. That's pretty neat. Okay, remember, this is a secret with a star. And let's use the railing again to fall on it. Nice. We don't need Lumos, purely optional. And we might as well ignore the bow truck over here and go around him. Hello. And ignore the extended mode exclusive secret because it doesn't contain a star, just the chest with Mervyn the Malicious. There's a chocolate frog and I want to get it because we did get injured. Oh my god, how much time am I gonna lose there? Awesome. Another secret ahead of us, but not one with a star, therefore we will show restraint. Now just stun these buggers. What the hell? How? What? Never mind. I'm sure there's gonna be another chocolate frog somewhere. Oh, speak of the devil. What a delicious devil, though. Perfect. Now, let's cast the Lumos. We can skip this incredibly useful cutscene, because without it we would definitely miss the fact that an entire wall has disappeared in front of us. Okay, he's not very eager to charge us, so we need to hurry things up. And guys, I think we have roughly... oh boy, 60 seconds. Oh, less than that. Let's see how fast we can get. Okay, skip these. Okay, and we can forget about that snail altogether. It's just secret related. Instead, it's these two we want. So, let's get to it. Okay, we can skip once it's open and go, 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 go. We are at full health. Guys, we pulled it off.
Congratulations, Mr. Potter. You have mastered the Diffindo challenge. 50 points to Gryffindor. Feel free to come back again, but you will be awarded no more house points.
Now, do you now see what I mean? This was quite a close call. I mean, I knew what I was doing, I practiced, but still we barely completed the goal with, I think, what, 30 seconds extra? The previous challenges were all at least 1 minute difference, so it's very strict. And now, guys, let's use Professor Sprout's invitation. She said feel free to come back again. So let's see what she'll say.
Well, hello, Mr. Potter. You have already mastered the Diffindo challenge, so I cannot award you any more house points. We have plenty of students who come back again and again, however. Good luck. Ready to begin? Good luck. Ready, set, go!
Plenty of students who come back again and again. You know why, Professor Sprout? Because you give them an endless supply of Wigan Tree bark that they can net off for 75 beans each. That's why students are coming again and again. Not because they're good students who want to get better. No, it's all about the beans. Anywho, I'm sorry to break the illusion to you. And that, my friends, is it for the Diffindo challenge. So, we are at 3 out of 4 spells. Spongify will be the final one, but you know what that means. Now, many new areas both inside the Hogwarts, because there are ropes to cut and spider webs to go through, but also brambles to cut in Hogwarts grounds that have just become available. But that, my friends, I'm gonna leave for tomorrow. Hopefully you will enjoy, seeing exactly what it is that we can now unlock with the Diffindo challenge. So, I hope you had fun. Like I said, this was the largest level in the game. All of them are shorter. Well, at least according to my notes, maybe not necessarily time-wise, given that some have cutscenes and things like that. But nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed both the 100% run and the speed run. And tomorrow is where I'll see you, but not before thanking my amazing patrons. Thank you to my free Patreon members, as well as to my loyal Winstons, Blankgoopel, Mick, Severin Drax, Enstickle, Katie Danger, and Boo the Two. Big thanks goes to my caretaker Winstons, Michael McConkie, Karavetu, and Renegade Durney. A special thanks to both of my veteran Winstons, Andrea Paviglianetti and Alexander. And finally, I would like to say thanks to my one and only fine vintage Winston, Akira Foxmind. Thank you so much for your generous support of the channel, and also for keeping those sharp, long claws that the Bowtruckles have away from Harry's eyes. You created an extra crust of freeze all over his glasses, keeping his eyes safe from these scary monsters, at least the way they're depicted here. And we earned quite a lot of Wigan Tree bark as a reward. And thank you to all of you for watching. I hope you enjoyed 100%ing and speedrunning, really the longest spell challenge in the game. But in terms of the number of secrets, the fourth one is gonna be way more impressive. But before that, I'm gonna guide you tomorrow through all the freely explorable areas in Hogwarts, just to see how much stuff becomes available in Hogwarts grounds, inside the Hogwarts itself, and of course, the restored library. You have a lot to look forward to.